So we're starting thinking about grounding through the feet. Typically in our mountain pose, we have feet hip-width distance apart. Can also be done with your feet touching if you like that version. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure the big toe mounds are firmly on the earth. The outer heel, inner heel, little toe mounds. Now lift all 10 toes, spread them out wide, and bring them back down to the earth. So they're still nice and wide. So your base is nice and big. The feet are big. Okay, and then we start to line things up. So draw energy up from the soles of the feet, up through the legs, hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, arms facing forward. And let's breathe. And just let your breath smooth out. Bring your mind into your practice. And gently let your breath deepen now. So really start to fill the body, always breathing in through the nose. Fill the body, feel those energy centers start to open with the breath. And then exhale, feel your body soften. Okay, we're going to add some arms here, so palms face out, exhale, inhale, draw energy up, draw the palms up, up, up toward the sky. Take your palms to touch, exhale, hands to heart. So as you bring your arms back up, think about grounding really through those feet, lifting, taking the ribs away from the hips here and keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Palms touch and hands come heart center. That's a lot to think about, but do that 2 more times. And the next time you land with your hands at your heart, just stay here for a moment and turn your gaze toward your heart and maybe set an intention for today's practice. Now draw your fingertips back up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, and shake it out. All right, let's start our spinal series. So with the feet comfortable, okay? Slightly wider than hip width distance is a really good base of support. Let's go ahead and do cats and cows with the arms long, arms out, round forward, fingertips touch, and then keeping the arms long, open the heart, and exhale forward, inhale, open. So here's our cat, exhale, inhale, cow. Yep, equalizing the spine forward and back. And the next time your fingertips touch, hold them here. Bring your palms together, bring your hands to your heart, and stand tall. Inhale and exhale, shake that out. All right, who did cats and cows while we were on break? That many, okay. All right, something great to do every single day, right? It really balances out the spine. All right, let's go ahead and start tilting. So find those feet, ground down again. Inhale, arms up. Now interlace your fingers and point your index finger toward the sky. Shoulders away from the ears. Feet stay grounded. Tilt left, up, and right, and up. So we're in the waning crescent moon phase. So think of yourself as a Nice little crescent moon here. And of course, we're keeping the shoulders stacked. We're keeping the feet grounded. And maybe each time you go, or every other time, you find a little more length in the side body. And now the next time you go over to the left, stay here. Make sure your right foot is grounded. Release the arms parallel to the earth. Press those left fingertips away from you. And take your right shoulder behind. Shine your heart up to the sky. Bring your arms back. Interlace the fingers. Once again, reach up. Take it over to the right. Keep that left foot grounded. Release the arms. Press the right fingertips away. Left shoulder back, heart shines up. Come center, inhale, and we're going to let it go. Knees and hips soft. Just release everything. All right, we're ready to go for our twist now. So with the feet, even a little wider here, okay? Maybe even close to mat width distance apart. We're going to take the left hand to the right, right hand to the left, and let your lower body do what it wants to do here. Okay, so the heels could be lifting. We're reaching side to side. And then start to take your reach toward the earth. As always, this goes as low as you want it to go, or stays as high as you want it to stay. And start to come back up, and then reaching for the sky. All right, we're going to start to come back to center here, reach and reach. Okay, now the next time your left arm is reaching to the right, stay here. Hug yourself with your right arm in front. Turn your right toes out a bit, could be the whole way or a little more. Bend your right knee and just bow over your right leg. Come up, sweep the arms around to the left. Left toes are pointing to the left or on a diagonal. Bend your left knee, bow over your left leg. Come up, come back to center, and bring your feet back to hip width distance, heel toe, however you like to get there. Take a few breaths, inhale and exhale. All right, you feeling a little more awake now? Got things moving? Let's take a nice deep breath, ground through the feet, okay? And we're going to add the arms and see if we've got that blood and oxygen flowing a little better. Now, inhale, flip the arms up, reach, 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 palms touch, exhale, hands to your heart. All right, great, shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do a little leg strengthening right now with our chair. Take your feet hip width distance or slightly closer. Okay, grounding through the feet. Knees bend, hips back. Arms come to shoulder height. Sink a little deeper. Now when you're in chair, you're more in your heels, so your toes are liberated. They can actually wiggle right here. Now stand tall, arms by your side. Let's come back into chair. Just with the arms at shoulder height. And come back up. And we're going chair. And come back up. Now we're going chair, arms at shoulder height, and we're going to pulse. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now take it up and all the way down, chair. Woo! Can you go deeper after that pulsing? Just give it a shot. press through the feet and stand up, shake it out. All right, let's come to the top of the mat, work our way down. Make sure that you have, again, padding, enough padding for your knees if you want, and have your block nearby. We'll use the block a little bit in our core work. All right, so come to the top of your mat here. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, straight leg swan dive, folding over those hip creases. Straight leg half lift, shine your heart forward. Now bend the knees and hips, bring the fingertips to the mat, and step back into a downward facing dog. So remember, you can always have your hands on a wall or a chair here, right? We're in down dog. Okay, and let's go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Give those feet a little massage as you lift and lower the heels. Yep, one heel down and hold. Switch sides, other heel down and hold. Now both heels down and hold. All right, we're going to bring the knees down, getting them to the mat at the same time. So really focus, 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 knees down, sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. Okay, so we want the feet flexed as though they were standing on the floor, right? The spine is nice and long. Everything is still lined up. Shoulders are over hips, ears are over shoulders, hands by your side. Now turn your palms up and let's draw some energy up from the earth here. Inhale, touch. Exhale, hands to your heart. And release, shake things out. All right, let's get ready for some core work. I know you've been missing it. Take your block and put it in between your thighs. Okay? Everybody has a block. I think if you didn't have a block, you could imagine the block, but the block will really help add a lot of energy to this movement because you have to keep it in between your legs, right? You can't just let your legs flop out. Okay, so we've got the block in between the thighs. We've got both feet to the mat with the knees bent. Spine is long, arms are forward. Start to lean back and find your core. You start to feel it. Then you go a little deeper. Ooh, you feel a little more. And you might reach a point where everything just goes away. We don't want to go there. So we want to be in our core engagement, core challenge point. And then come back up. And come back. And up. And do that a few more times. Come back. And up. And come back. And up. All right, shake your arms out. Now bend at the elbows. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Come back. And up. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Back. And up. Back and up. One more. Back and up. All right, and anytime you need to take a break, go ahead and do that. Okay, we are moving on. So this is very challenging what we're about to do. Take your arms out, goalpost arms again. Now bring your forearms toward each other. They're not going to touch. They don't need to touch, but they're just coming toward each other. Okay, lean back, open your arms, bring your forearms back toward each other, and come up. Let's do that again. It's back, open, in, and up. Okay, you can stay with that, or you can open as you go back, in as you come up. All right, which one do you love more? Open as you go back, in as you come up. Do you still have your block between your thighs? Open as you go back, in as you come up. We need a grand finale to this move. So the next time you're back, stay here and bring your arms together. Stay here, open. Bring them together, open. Bring them together, open. And one more time, bring them together, open, in as you come up. All right, remove that block and shake the legs out. Inhale and exhale. Everybody starting to feel this? Okay, let's do some obliques since we have the block. We'll go ahead and use the block for the obliques again as well. So go ahead and put the block in between your thighs. Your feet are grounded. Okay, this is pretty simple. We take the arms forward, lean into our core engagement as we take the right arm back, left arm forward, and come up. Core engagement, left arm back, right arm forward, and up. Again, right arm back, up, left arm back, up, right arm, and left arm. And one more time, right arm, and left arm, and bring it up. So by one more time, I meant one more time with the block. So let's go ahead and get rid of the block, shake the legs out. Yeah, you didn't think we were quite done, right? Now some of you, without the block, are going to want to lift the leg, like the left leg as you bring the right arm back. Others might just choose to stay here and pretend that block is still there. Okay, so let's choose which one you want to do. You can mix them up if you want. Arms are forward. Right arm back, left arm forward. Option, lift the left leg, bring it in. Left arm back, right arm forward. Right leg lifts and in. Options, right? Open to the right. Open to the left. Open to the right. Open to the left. And one more time, whichever way you're doing it, open and hold, 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 hold. Bring it in. Open left, hold, hold, hold. Bring it in. Ah, now really shake it out. All right, whew. Okay, everybody's core woke up now? Got it? All right, so let's do a celebratory welcome back water wheel series, okay? Taking it down. Oh, feels good to reconnect to the earth, huh? All right, keeping that left foot grounded, which means remember the four corners, right? And when you do that, if you have the four corners of your left foot, your left knee is going to stay pointing up to the sky. Your left leg isn't going to flop around. So let's try and keep that in mind. Okay, hands by your side, right knee in, point up, flex down. Keep that going. And the next time your knee is in, hold it in, we'll reverse. Flex your right foot, flex out, point up, knee in. And keep going with that. Next time your knee is in, hold it in. Remember, we want that left foot grounded, right? We're going to hold on to the right shin or hamstring and let that right leg open out to the right and come back to center. Now, also try and keep the left hip grounded while you do this. So rather than like flopping over to the side, the right leg is moving side to side. The hip is getting a nice workout here. Nice opening. Come back to center now. Extend your left leg any amount. Take your left hand outside of your right leg. Right arm out from the shoulder and draw your right knee just past the belly button. Now, keeping the right shoulder on the mat, we're going to let the right hip lift and take that right knee all the way over to the left as far as it can go right now, and turn your gaze towards your right fingertips. And now, as you come back through center, let your right ankle slide across your left thigh. Draw your legs in towards you. Now hold on to your right shin with two hands. Notice if your right knee is coming straight for your face and press it away. Okay, we don't want the right knee in like this so much. We want it more away from the face. And then go ahead and move your legs side to side. Forward and back. So we're in pigeon, but we're moving it a lot. And let's go ahead and circle one direction. Notice the nice massage for your spine that these circles give. Pause and circle the other direction. Now come back to center and take your left leg straight up and very intentionally point the left toes and flex the left foot. We're really opening up that ankle now. Circle one direction and the other. And go ahead and cross tightly at the thighs. Hold on to your opposite leg with opposite hand. And go ahead and move around here. So a little final opening, a little more opening for that right hip here. All right, let's release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, gentle open and close of the knees here. Getting ready for water wheel on the left. Okay, so here we go. The right foot is grounded, left knee in, point up, flex down. Yes. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in, flex your left foot as we prepare for reverse water wheel. Flex out, point up, knee in. Nice and smooth. So this movement of the hip when you're walking makes you have a really beautiful glide. All right, let's hold that left knee in now. Take the left leg, either shin or hamstring in the left hand. Keeping the right foot grounded, take your left leg out and back. Out to the left and back to center. All right, now keeping the leg at center, extend your right leg any amount. Take your right hand outside of your left leg, left arm comes long from the shoulder. Take your right, that's your left knee, just past your belly button here. And now keeping the left shoulder grounded, take your left knee over to the right. Take your gaze towards your left fingertips. The left shoulder is still connected to the mat. The left hip is lifted. Now, as you unwind, flex your left foot, bring that left ankle across the right thigh, draw your legs in towards you. Notice if that left knee is heading straight for your face. If it is, press it away, holding on to the shin. Take your legs side to side. Forward and back. Circle one direction and the other. And come back to center, extend your right leg and point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle, one direction and the other. All right, let's cross tightly at the thighs, hold opposite leg with opposite hand and rock those hips around. All right, let's release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, open and close the knees. All right, before we come to hands and knees, raise one leg if you did some water wheel while we were on break. Okay, so this is a great one to do every day, and you know I have it broken out in a video for you, so that is just a really, your hips will really thank you if you do that. Okay, let's come to hands and knees now. Make sure your knees are happy. If your wrists or your knees are not happy, you can do this with your hands on a chair or a wall here. Okay, so we've got the wrists either right under the shoulders or the hands slightly forward. Fingers spread wide, core is engaged. Okay, we're going into opposite arm, opposite leg balance. Some people call this bird dog. Take your right leg up to hip height. Now flex your right foot and point your toes toward the earth. Okay, the leg is not turned out. The toes are down toward the earth here. Engage your core and float your left arm up by your left ear. Good, and release. And let's do that on the other side, starting with the left leg. Point the toes down to the earth. Again, the leg is not turned out. The toes are pointing straight down. We engage the core and float the right arm up. Now see if you're balanced between your right knee and your left wrist, or if you feel like you're pushing more into one than the other. And let's release. All right, one more time, each side. You can do right leg, left arm simultaneously, or one and then the other. Well, where's your head? Okay, so your gaze is pretty much down here. Your head is in line with your neck. And release. And left leg, right arm. And release. All right, let's come off those wrists for a moment. Shake out the arms, shake out the wrists, inhale and exhale. Speaking of arms, we're going to do a few push-ups to make sure the arms are nice and strong. So remember, when we do our push-ups, our arms are going like this, right? They're going straight back. It's not an elbows out move, okay? We're doing this. This is like, this happens in our chaturanga also. So come into a knee down plank. Again, you could be at a wall. You could even do this just as an air thing, okay? And rotate your arms so that your elbow creases are facing forward. Now do your push-up. Notice your elbows go back and come up, hips toward heels. Okay, let's do that again. Down, up, hips toward heels. We're going to do 2 more, your choice, knees down or up. And after your second one, come into child's pose. Find your child's pose with your head supported, Arms forward or back, which feels better to you. If you're going for lengthening of the spine, arms forward will help with that. And then find your way to downward facing dog. Just notice all the changes that go on as you make your way up. Down dog. And take a journey, bring your feet to your hands, however you like to do that. When you get your feet to your hands, bring your hands to your thighs, bend at the knees and hips, shine your heart forward, half lift here. Now roll your hands down your legs as you straighten your legs and come into forward fold. Your lower body is made of cement, your upper body is made of feathers. Exhale, and as you inhale, float the arms out and up. Slowly, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And we come back to mountain pose, lighting everything up, feeling those feet grounded. All right, let's shake it out. Ready for sun salutations? Okay, we'll add a low crescent lunge for the front hip flexors. So we'll be on the knees, right? So make sure you've got the padding that your knees desire. We want to be nice to our knees. Okay, so let's come to the top of the mat. Okay, we'll add on a little arm work at the beginning as well. So mountain pose here. Take a few breaths. Inhale, float the arms up. Now, as you exhale, take your right arm back, left arm forward, open to the right. Inhale, center. Left arm back, right arm forward, open to the left. Inhale, center. Elbows to waist as you shine your heart up for a standing cobra. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your hip creases. Straight leg swan dive. You could be high, low, or anywhere in between. Okay, let's bend the knees and hips for now. Hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift. Continue bending, fingertips to the mat, and step back to a high or low plank. Knees up or down, wherever your body is going to be strongest right now. Turning those elbow creases forward, coming into chaturanga. Taking it all the way down, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Lift the heart, head follows the spine here. We're in cobra, lift your hands and release. Okay, now lift your hands first and then come into cobra. And release. Good. Find your way to downward facing dog. Nice. Great. All right, take your right leg up to hip height. Point those toes toward the mat. So once again, the foot is not out, it's facing straight down. And take a big step forward with your right foot. Bring your left knee down and arrange yourself for a low crescent lunge with your left knee back, your right knee over your right ankle. Turn towards your right leg and float the arms up. Low crescent lunge here. Bring your hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back leg, engage all of your muscles, and take the biggest step you can, back foot to the front. Take a half lift, slide your hands down your legs, forward fold, thinking heavy on the bottom, Super light on the top. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And come back to the top of your mat in mountain pose. All right, same thing on the other side. Any questions before we move on? Anybody need anything? All right, here we go. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, twist open to the right or the left. It's fine. We're going both ways. Inhale up, twist open. Inhale up, standing cobra. Inhale up, forward fold, right over those hip creases. High, low, anywhere in between. Take your forward fold. Take a half lift, shine your heart forward. Sink it down, hands down, high or low plank here. So knees up or knees down, always your choice. Now, if your knees are up, roll yourself forward onto the very tips of your toes, and then we all chaturanga down. So we're going to move back into cobra, but we're going to move the hands farther down, more toward the ribs. Use the hands a little more to lift us higher. And release. All right, if you have up dog in your practice and you want to do up dog, go ahead and do up dog now. Otherwise, same cobra we just did. Good, and release. And find your way to downward facing dog. Take some nice breaths and down dog. Take your left leg up this time. Remember the toes are pointing down, not out. Take a big step forward with your left foot. Bring your right knee down and arrange yourself for low crescent lunge. Left knee over the ankle. Right knee is behind the hips. Low crescent. Hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, engage your muscles, and take the biggest step forward you can. Half lift, forward fold, press down to lift up, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Yes, and hands come heart center. And release. All right, let's shake it out a bit. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Good to move on? All right, so let's do another favorite of ours, moonflower to sunburst. So take the feet wide, at least mat width distance apart, right? With your toes turned out. Arms up, inhale. Okay, remember to ground through those feet so that when you bend your knees and bring your elbows down, your knees are going directly over your feet. Take it up. 5-pointed star to moonflower, up and down. Yes, looking good. All right, the next time you're in moonflower, hold here. Take your right heel up, bring it down, take your left heel up, bring it down. Carefully start to lift both heels. Bring it down. Now arms up. Inhale as you bring your arms down, right heel up. 5-pointed star, moonflower, left heel up. 5-pointed star, moonflower, both heels up. 5-pointed star, moonflower, both heels up, and let's pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it up, heels down, 5-pointed star, moonflower, heels up. Good, and 5-pointed star, and shake it out. Okay, You can keep your legs where they are unless they are asking for a break. Feet are still grounded. Knees bend. Right arm crosses in front of left. Sunburst up. It's sunburst left arm in front of right. Sunburst right arm. Sunburst left arm, and just keep going. Okay, we started with the right arm in front, so the next time you have your left arm in front, you'll be even. So just come back to standing and bring your legs back together, shake them out. Whew. All right, our final standing pose is going to be Warrior Two. So some of you might need to turn, of course, so that your feet are on the mat. Okay, let's take those legs wide. Okay, so they're wider than they just were. If you take your arms out, you're going to pretty much find your ankles underneath your wrists. Bring your hands to your hips for a moment. Turn your right toes to the right. Turn your left foot in at an angle. Okay. Square that right foot and bend the right knee. Notice that the knee goes straight through the center of the foot now. Press the back foot firmly into the earth, shoulders over hips. Arms out, we're in Warrior Two. Gaze past your right fingertips. Yep. Arms look good here. Yes. All right. Now we're going to let the right leg straighten as we take the hands to the heart. Look forward. Open back up to Warrior Two. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back to Warrior Two. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, Warrior Two. Last time, inhale, forward. Exhale, Warrior Two, and hold. Nice. All right, now bring your hands forward. Turn all 10 toes forward and start to come into a forward fold, folding from the hip creases. You might stop with your head above your heart. You might go halfway. You might feel like going farther. And then pressing through the feet, come up halfway. Come up the rest of the way. Shake it out as you bring your feet together. Give those legs a break, and we'll come back into Warrior Two, this time to the left. Wide legs again. Left toes point to the left, right toes are in at an angle. That left foot is square on the mat, just like we've been working it all day. When you bend your knee, it's going straight through the center of your left foot. Right foot is grounded. This back leg feels really strong. Shoulders over hips. Arms out directly from the shoulders. Nice. Yes, and gaze to the left. Okay, we're going to move this, so straighten the left leg. Bring your palms together. Gaze forward. Exhale, open back to Warrior Two. Inhale, take it center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Last time, inhale, center. Exhale, Warrior Two. Hold it here. Feel that energy of the Warrior Two, where you're grounded from the waist down, light from the waist up, as your mind calms, gazing past your left fingertips. All right, bring your hands to center, turn your toes forward, and come into a forward fold. Just move it around. Whatever you want to do in this forward fold, Make it nice and flexible. Take your legs closer if that feels better to you. Let your head and neck participate. So nodding yes and no. Come up halfway from wherever you are. Take a breath here. And then come up the rest of the way. Okay, let's find mountain pose again. And just notice how your body feels. And as you start to scan from head to toe, take any movements that the body is asking for, right? So maybe wants the shoulders to move or the head or everything. Okay, so just scan your body from head to toe, and also if there's anything you want for when we come down to the earth, right? It could be an eye pillow, it could be socks or something to cover up with if your space is getting cool or your body's getting cool as we slow things down for our finishing poses. We'll come back to mountain pose at the top of the mat. Find your mountain pose. Sense how the body is feeling here. Especially the breath, how the energy is moving. Float your arms up. Inhale, we're going to exhale into a straight leg swan dive, high or low. Half lift. Bend the knees and hips. Bring the fingertips down. And if you have a down dog left in you, go ahead. If you've got a vinyasa left in you, go ahead through your vinyasa. If neither of those work, you can come into table or just come into seated mountain pose. We're all going to meet eventually. All right, if you're in down dog or table, go ahead and move your hips side to side. And come back to center, knees down. We'll come to seated mountain pose. If you're still going through a vinyasa, just go ahead and you'll meet us in seated mountain pose. All right, so once again, our feet are flexed like they're standing, like we're still standing on the mat. Spine is long, okay? And let's seal our intention for our practice right now. Palms up, exhale. Inhale, float the arms up. As you press your palms together, recall your intention, draw it into your heart, and turn your gaze to your heart. All right, let's shake things out here, and we'll come into a couple of soft forward folds. So just let the body be soft, float the arms gently up. Inhale, exhale, just melt forward. And roll your hands up your legs. Float the arms gently up. Exhale, melt forward. And float your hands up your legs again. Let's go ahead and shake things out. And we're coming down to the earth. So bend at the knees. So when you come down, you could hold on to your hamstrings. You could have your arms forward, depending on how much effort you want to put into this releasing your body down to the earth. Just go ahead and pick your way and come on down. All right, the knees are bent, so we'll go ahead and open and close the knees a few times. Exhale, and now as you inhale, extend both arms and both legs. As you exhale, draw just the right knee in, Ardha Appanasana. You could be holding on to your shin, or you could be holding your hamstring, whichever one suits you better right now. You're in Ardha Appanasana, half wind removing pose. Now inhale your right leg long, both arms back overhead. Exhale, this time we draw the left leg in. Keep the right leg long. holding shin or hamstring on the left. Inhale, lengthen everything, left leg, two arms. Exhale, draw both knees in, holding shins or hamstrings, full Apanasana here. And if your hands are on your shins, just go ahead and bring them to your hamstrings now. Actually, everybody just put your hands below your knees. So hold on right below your knees. And we're going to let the knees come as far away from the body as we can and rock side to massage the spine. All right, now come back to center and release both arms and both legs long. Inhale. Exhale, this time we're drawing just the right knee in again. And this time coming into a half happy baby. So if your right foot is available to you, take hold of it, flex your foot and come up. If the right foot is a little far away right now, just hold on to your right hamstring. So we are in half happy baby. That left leg might not want to stay completely straight and the knee bent. That's fine too. All right, let's release. Inhale everything up. Ardha Apanasana on the left, finding half happy baby. Extend arms and legs. Inhale, full Apanasana to happy baby. And go ahead and get that spinal massage from happy baby. Nice hip opening also happening. All right. Come back to center here and just release your legs. Let's go ahead and extend. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, just bring your feet to the mat, arms down by your side. So keeping your left foot down, take your right leg up, point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle, one direction and the other. Release. Right foot stays down, left leg up, point and flex. Circle one direction and the other and release. Go ahead and let those knees open and close. Now take your legs together so they're touching. Arms are long out from the side. Gentle windshield wipers, legs to the right, gaze left, up through center, legs left, gaze right. So we're going really super gentle now, letting the spine tell us how far down to take the knees. And also moving the head side to side to release the neck. Okay, we're going to take this to a twist here. So go ahead and the next time your knees are over to the right, start to let your left hip lift. And you can even put your right hand on your left leg if you want and turn your gaze toward your left fingertips. If this is too deep, then just keep your knees elevated. All right, bring your right arm back out to the side. Let the legs come over to the left. Let the left hip lift. Let your right hip lift. Take your left hand outside of your right leg if you want. Gaze past your right fingertips. And And come on back up to center. Now take your feet hip width distance apart. Extend those fingers wide. Wiggle them into a gentle fist. Do that a few more times. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. All right, now come back to center, arms by your side. Scan your body from head to toe and see if anything needs to move, wiggle, or realign as you start to find your final relaxation position for this practice. So settling yourself back down on the mat, feeling the earth support you. Inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale, just letting your body melt onto the earth. Your work is done. Time to just be in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. Exhale, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And coming up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.